Hello, welcome. My name is Tracy. Thanks so much for joining me. This is a project that we'll be making today. It's featuring some retiring products from our annual catalogue. So some of the retiring products that I've used is the Pansy Punch, metal rimmed pearls. These are really pretty. And I've put that inside the flower there. I've used the Pansy Punch for the flower. I've got some white organza ribbon, wild wasabi ink, and the awesomely artistic stamp set. This one's one of my must-haves, I think. It's really pretty. Okay, so like I said, this is a box, and I actually made it to fit just a cheap candle. So it just happens that it's very similar to the colour of wild wasabi. And I just picked these up from just the cheap shop in my local town. But this fits perfectly. Okay, so we'll just get started. So we're starting off with a piece of wild wasabi cardstock, and that measures 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. I'm gonna bring the scoreboard in. Now, there'll be a link to my blog in the description of this video where you can find all the measurements for this project and the supplies that I have used. There's also my online store link there as well where you can purchase all your Stampin' Up supplies. There's a Hostess code for the month, and if you use the Hostess code and order through me, I'll send you a thank you gift. So we're starting off on the first side. We're going to score at 5/8 of an inch, 2 1/2 inches, 4 1/2 inches, and 6 3/8. We're going to turn it around and we're going to score at 5/8 inch again, 2 1/2, 5 3/4, and 7 5/8. Okay, so that's it. We'll move this one out of the road. Next, we're going to bring in the wild wasabi ink, and from that stamp set I'm going to use the dragonfly. So I'll just bring that stamp set in again. So the images we're using is the dragonfly, friend, and this little nameplate. But there's some great images there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to randomly stamp all the way around with the dragonfly. And I like that this is nice and light. I actually probably could re-ink my ink pad, but I'm pretty happy with how light it is. I don't know whether you can see on that one, like it is very light, so it's a great effect. So to randomly stamp, you're just going to move your stamp around into different positions. There we go. Next one to do is just going to fold and burnish all those score lines, just to get a nice crisp fold. I actually got the idea for this box from a Vicks Vapor Rub box. It's not the same size. I've had to change the measurements around just to fit my candle in, but that's where I got. I'll bring it in here. Actually, I got it off from that. So you can use anything around your house as a template and make your own things. Okay, so I've also done a template here that will be on my blog as well. So it goes this way. So this side that's got the 5/8 inch tab here, we're going to get rid of the 2 top ones and the 2 bottom ones, and then just leave the bigger one in the middle. So I'm just going to chop them down. And on the other side as well. And because that tab that we're leaving is a tab, what I'm also going to do is just notch it in a little. so when it sticks down, nothing's going to be in the road. So there's our tab there. Then what we're going to do is I'm going to take these top 3 completely off and leaving the very end one. So the one opposite the tab, this end one you're going to leave. So we're going to get rid of these 3. I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. So all the way down to the last one. So just like that. So we have that so far. Then as you can see, these 2 here, we're going to take that one out completely. So the second of the third one along on the bottom, and the same on the other side. So we're doing what we're doing for one side, we're doing effectively for the other side as well. Like that one, and this one here as well. So now we're just going to cut up these ones here, and then we're going to, so that all those flaps are loose. There we go, so that all those are loose now. So these ones that are left without the big tab on the end, we're just going to wedge in to make it easy when we put our box together. So just a wedge in on each side. That's how easy it is. So I'll bring my template in just to show you. So just like that. So with these 2, because these are what's going to go down into the box, we're just going to corner round. Now Stampin' Up is bringing out a new corner rounder in the new catalogue, and it's one of those triple punches. So it's good that they're bringing another one out, because corner rounders do make life very easy when you're making things. Okay, so that's all them. And to make the box, we're just going to put glue on our tab and glue that down. And then these all just fold in and come together. So open that one up, glue along here, and I'm just using liquid glue. You can use tear and tape, or fast fuse if you've still got fast fuse left. Fast fuse is retiring as well. Just put my finger in it all. Okay, so we're just going to glue just there, and then the box just comes together. Doesn't need to be glued in or anything like that, just like that. So I'll chuck my candle in. Perfect. So that's the box. Cute little box. So now we're going to do the friend, the butterfly, and the flower. Now I made a flower earlier because using the pansy punch, we're just going to punch out 4 in Whisper White, and it does work better if you use a coloured card because it's just that little bit thicker. I'm just going to bring in a spray bottle. Just going to wet the cardstock and then just scrunch it up. And do that with all 4. And it breaks up the fibres in the cardstock. Okay. And when you pull them apart, it just gives it a nice little texture to it. And then what you want to do is you want to leave it to dry. And I found if you just put it on your windowsill in the sun, it comes together really well and becomes hard. Just like that. So just like that. Stick that one in the sun. Oh, so I've done this one previously. I'm just using a sponge dauber and some ink. I'm just going to colour the edges of the petals. And you can put as much or as little on as you like. I just wanted to give it a little extra colour to it. And then we're just going to glue them together using the Tombow glue and stick the metal rimmed pearl in the middle. Okay. So bringing the glue back in, just popping some glue down. And Tombow glue is really fast drying. It doesn't take too long. So I find if you just sort of hold it down for a few seconds, it dries pretty quick. So I'm going to bring a pearl in. And these ones come in 3 different sizes. So there's a small, a medium, and then a larger one. And I think I did the medium, so I'll stick the medium in. These have got self-adhesive already. There's like a glue dot behind it. So I'm just going to take off the backing and stick that in the middle. So then you can just scrunch this back up a bit to give it a bit more texture. And that's how easy it is. So once that dries, it dries hard like that. And like I said before, if you're using the coloured cardstock, it does make a better flower because it's just that, it's not as polished. The Whisper White's polished down a little bit more, so it comes across as thinner. When you're using the proper cardstock, it gives it a lot more weight. So that's that one done. I'll bring in a scrap of Wisteria Wonder. No, Wild Wasabi. It's not purple. And we're going to stamp the friend and this label. And we're also going to do the dragonfly, which I've just got to quickly clean off. Clean off that ink that's already on there. There we go. So I'm going to use the embossing buddy to get rid of all that static electricity that's around. Stamping with the Versamark. I'm going to stamp the label first, And then I'm going to stamp the dragonfly. And we're using white embossing powder for this one. So I'll bring the white embossing powder in. I just keep it in a container. Gorgeous. I'm going to be using that again because I'm going to stick the friend in the middle of that label. So I'm just going to heat this up with the heat tool. And you can see it'll start to change. Hopefully you'll see that on the camera. There we go. Then we're going to go back in with the Versamark and the friend and stamp that in the middle of the label there. Turns out well, doesn't it? Back in with the heat tool. Okay. Now we're going to do some fussy cutting. Find my scissors. And I'll probably speed this up for you so you don't have to watch me do this. Okay. So I'm going to bring in the organza ribbon. Double it up over the bottom. And tie a bow. This ribbon ties beautiful bows. Really easy. Okay. So that's that part done. So now we're just going to attach these down with dimensionals, and I've actually used the mini dimensionals on this. I'm not sure where I've put my mini dimensionals. Okay. I'll just cut some more up. So while I'm doing this, I just want to say thank you very much for everyone that has subscribed to my YouTube channel. I have 20 subscribers at the moment, and I'm absolutely chuffed. thank you so much for subscribing and putting comments down. I love to hear your comments. I'll stick that one down, and then the dragonfly, I'm just going to stick a part of a dimensional down on that label. Just there. And attach the dragonfly down on that, and I might actually stick another one just under there. It was easier, I used 2 little mini dimensionals, but I have no idea where they've gone to. I'll stick another one down here. I'm going to might stick the large one in the middle there. And popping that just down on the bottom there. Comes together so good, doesn't it? So cute. So in one of my other videos, I did mention that I had some swap cards left over from on stage in Perth. And I invited people to send me an email with your address and I would send you one of these cards. I've had no takers just yet. So in the description of this video, I have my email address. If you would like to receive one of these cards from me, I would love to send one to you. So just send me an email and I'll send one out. Everyone loves to get cards in the mail, so that's there. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. I would love it if you left me a comment, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the next video that I have. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great day. Bye.